Earlier today, during a daylight liquor store robbery in Big Springs, the Gecko brothers killed another Texas Ranger.
I'm on a TV series, and I wanted to do something to kind of shake it up a little bit.
It was great. I had a blast, but it was kind of weird.
It's a crazy movie. There's people who will get it, some people who won't get it, but that's why I make movies like this.
For the next half hour, ER's George Clooney.
I do totally deserve it, because I'm such a nice guy.
And Pulp Fiction's Quentin Tarantino.
Was this that E! Presents?
Star in E! Features from Dusk Till Dawn.
Now, this is my kind of place.
What do you get when you put TV's most desirable male together with two of Hollywood's hottest young filmmakers? From Dusk Till Dawn, a unique collaboration starring George Clooney, written by Quentin Tarantino, and directed by 27-year-old hotshot Robert Rodriguez.
This isn't gonna work.
Shut up, it's gonna work just fine.
I want to go on record as saying I think this is a very bad idea.
Duly noted, now shut up.
From Dusk Till Dawn is actually the first script Tarantino ever penned. After the astounding success of Pulp Fiction, the former video store clerk decided to dust off his old screenplay and let his friend Rodriguez give it a shot.
I was writing Desperado, and he was writing Pulp Fiction when he first showed me the script. And it was something we thought we'd like to do, but we didn't own it. It belonged to somebody else. And it came back around to us. We made it very quickly, and we wanted to have a good time, make it like an old exploitation, 70s exploitation film, really fun, lurid, all the good stuff that you really want to see, but you're not supposed to.
Quentin really wanted Robert to direct this, and Robert has such a specific style that, you know, I mean, I think Quentin completely just let go of that and just let it go and let it go to Robert and gave Robert all the power.
Oh, yeah! In some of the coolest casting this side of Pulp Fiction, Rodriguez convinced his screenwriter to star alongside ER's resident hunk, George Clooney.
And I'm on a TV series, and I wanted to do something to kind of shake it up a little bit. Not even so much for the movie as much as I did for me, to kind of like give me. I'm doing a doctor show at the same time, and I need something to make it very clearly two distinct characters.
Because I know that whatever is out there trying to get in is pure evil straight from hell.
I don't want punching out any little kids, you know, because I'm a pediatrician.
What did I tell you? What did I say to you? I said, buy the road map and leave.
It was great. I had a blast, but it's kind of weird, to tell you the truth, too, because it just kind of bubbled something up that just stayed and everything. And it was, that managed to be scary, frightening, disturbing, and fascinating, and interesting, and kind of cool, all wrapped up into one.
Really?
This isn't the first time Tarantino and Rodriguez have worked together. They co-wrote, directed, and produced the hotel anthology, 4 Rooms.
Since what we're proposing here is so unusual, so outside the norm, that this is a good bet that this is going to be one of those incidences that sticks.
And while From Dusk Till Dawn was Quentin's baby originally, he left the directing chores up to his partner.
When I'm directing, not so much as you might think. He was really working as an actor on that. He wanted me to direct it in my style, and he was familiar enough with the style to know, already anticipate what I might be doing and get excited about it, but not want to see, want to wait till it's done. So it wasn't like, you shouldn't do it like that. The way I would, he knew that I would do it differently from him, and each way is valid. It's just two different styles.
Tarantino has appeared in all of his own movies and made a brief cameo in Rodriguez's Desperado, but this was his first starring role, so his co-star gave him a little pep talk.
At the time we were doing the movie, I was taking a lot of heat for basically sucking as an actor and that I lost my mind. All right, please don't let him act in any more movies. Don't quit your day job, buddy. What happened basically was George was like, screw them. They don't know what they're talking about. I've seen the movies you've done, and I like your work in it, and other actors like your work in it, and other directors like your work in it, and forget them. They're not looking at the work, they're looking at you, all right? And that's just, you're just going to have to expect that. You're going to change their mind with this one, and that's, I mean, it's like, it was George taking care of Quentin.
Lawrence Bender, who's been Tarantino's producing partner since Reservoir Dogs, says Quentin should silence some of those critics with this performance.
Quentin's work, he works really hard on his acting and everything, but this is the first time since he's become who he is, that he's gotten to work with a director like Robert. He's got wonderful actors to play off of. So it's really the first time that he's in a situation where he's just an actor and he's surrounded by great people.
I think Quentin is wonderful in this film, and he takes it on the chin a lot lately, you know, and a good-sized chin he and I have. But he's been taking on the chin about his acting, which I think is unfair. And I watched him in this movie. I just saw it last night for the first time. It was pretty fun. It was exciting for me. And I thought he just rocked.
What was the nuttiest thing I did, Seth? I'm curious. Tell me, what? What was it?
It's another time.
I know. Was it possibly when your was rotting in jail and I broke it out? Was that the nuttiest thing? That was nutty.
And I think he's really excited about it because I think he played this character so clean and so well. I'm really excited for him in this one because I think this will get some people off his back.
Coming up on E-Features From Dusk Till Dawn, the doctor prescribes medication for his co-star.
I stuck a couple of Quaaludes in his beer. He's always kind of, you know, yeah, I like this guy, man. It was like, whoa.
Welcome back as E-Features From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay, hang on a minute. You guys are killing me.
After an unprecedented year that took him from near obscurity to sexy cover boy, George Clooney felt he needed a juicy role for his big film break. Playing a bad boy like Seth was just what the good doctor ordered.
Yeah, he's angry a little bit, but he's mostly just protecting his brother, you know, who's sick and demented. You know what this is? This is Of Mice and Men. That's what this is. And my brother keeps playing with the rabbits. That's all it is. He's Lenny. And I'm just protecting my brother.
Before Clooney could protect his brother, he had to get to know him. That meant some good old-fashioned male bonding.
The reason we spent time was Quentin entered into this one very seriously. He wanted to really work on the part that he was going to play. Now, it's not necessarily my style. You know, I kind of show up and hit my marks and stuff. But it was important to Quentin, and I'm more than happy to do whatever somebody else wants to try, you know. And I think it helped both he and I ultimately doing the part playing brothers because we spent a long time together.
Seth, I'm telling you, the way he looked at us, you especially, I knew he knew. Low profile. You understand the meaning of the word low profile?
Worked in a relationship all the time. Just worked on the brother bond, which was easy to do because we both kind of going through the same thing, and also, I mean, that's so much a thing in the movie, is their commitment to each other. And I can't do anything until Seth does it first. You know, I follow Seth's lead. That is my job, all right, as his brother, all right? And I just completely trusted George to lead me there, and wherever he would go, I would follow. These pigs are going to search the van.
No, as long as you don't act like a nut, we'll be just fine.
What is that supposed to mean?
What?
You just called me a nut.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said as long as I don't act like a nut, implying that I've been acting like a nut.
Just take a pill. I just meant be cool.
Yeah, you meant that, but you meant the other two, right?
Quentin doesn't have a real brother, and I got to use some of the insight I had by having brothers in some of the directing. But just the way him and George would hang out, they became like brothers very much so. And so he would tell George when he saw the movie that, you know, that I really felt like we were brothers in there. I mean, I've never had a brother, but I felt like if I did, that's what it would be like.
George just kind of took care of me throughout the whole movie, the way Seth takes care of Richie. And it was very sweet, and it was very wonderful, and it paid off in tremendous dividends, I think, for my opinion, as far as what we did together.
While Clooney and Tarantino don't look like brothers, there are some similarities.
Quentin and I got along really well. We both have kind of the same kind of nervous energy. We're, you know, I'm always like this, and he's always kind of, you know, yeah, I like this guy, man. It was like, whoa. So we're both very, you know, we both have a lot of, we're pretty similar in a lot of ways. And we got along very well from day one. You know, we directed an episode of the show as well, and we really had a fun time on that.
From Dusk Till Dawn combines the crime and horror genres in classic Tarantino Rodriguez style. It's the story of two psychotic brothers on the lam who kidnap a family, played by Harvey Keitel and Juliette Lewis. They then head for a Mexican biker bar, which just happens to be run by vampires.
So which are you? Are you a faithless preacher? Or are you a mean servant of God?
I'm a mean servant of God.
Every day, Harvey knocking on my trailer, right? George, how would you say this line? George, what would you do here? And going, Harvey, look, you got nominated for an Oscar, you know. Come up with some of your own ideas every day. So, yeah, I gave him a tough time, because I felt bad for him, because, you know, he was trying to steal my act.
One act nobody tried to steal was Salma Hayek's sizzling dance number. Hayek, a Desperado veteran, plays a sultry vamp who performs an erotic snake dance.
My goal was not to come out there and dance and turn men on. My goal was to come out there and do this ritual where I would put a spell on them and hypnotize them.
You're not even going to ask me the question on screen, are you? All right, I'm just going to be cutting to me pontificating on what it was like to suck on Salma's toes. As we cut back to me doing it and sounding like a complete jerk.
I was almost naked, and my body was really hot, and I had this reptile that was cold, and I was improvising the dance. So I had to move with him, and he led me through the dance. It was the snake that taught me how to dance.
For Rodriguez and Tarantino, From Dusk Till Dawn gave the Young Turks a chance to pay homage to one of their favorite genres, the vampire flick.
Hey, do you swear to God that when I become one of the undead, you'll kill me? Hey! We don't have much time, so I'm only giving you the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Okay, all right, I promise I'll do it.
Do I believe in vampires? I never have. I get scared by them, but, you know, there's scarier things. Like a Friday night at 10 o'clock time slot. That's much scarier.
Only late at night in singles bars, man. You get all over the place. Can I come home with you?
I find them kind of boring, too, because they never die. They eat blood all the time. I love French food and Japanese food and beans and rice and all this stuff. These people, they get to suck blood. How boring can that get?
I'm not scared of vampires. It's the only thing I'm not scared of. I'm scared of these interviews. That's what I'm scared of.
When E-Features From Dusk Till Dawn continues, the star's egos get out of control.
I directed this film. I wrote it, I directed it. And I'm playing most of the parts.
They all don't know squat. I'm the movie. Look here.